हेलो एवरीवन। आज मैं बताने जा रहा हूँ 100 ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस ऑफ हाईवे इंजीनियरिंग पार्ट 2। ठीक है, पहले पार्ट ऑलरेडी बता चुका हूँ, पहला 100 क्वेश्चंस, उसके बाद आज मैं नेक्स्ट 100 क्वेश्चंस बताऊंगा। तो चलिए शुरू कर लेते हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन है, द बेस्ट कॉम्प्रोमाइज बिटवीन द इंक्रीज ऑफ द लेंथ ऑफ द हाईवे एंड रिडक्शन इन इट्स लोड कैरिंग कैपेसिटी इज द रूलिंग ग्रेडियंट। कब होगा? जब व्हेनेवर द रूलिंग ग्रेडियंट विल बी 1/20। इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, the number of vehicles moving in a specific direction on a road, specific direction on a road that passes a given point during the specified unit of time. So इसका आंसर क्या हो जाएगी? इसका जो आंसर है वो हो जाएगी ट्रैफिक वॉल्यूम। इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, रूलिंग ग्रेडियंट ऑन हिल रोड्स 300 मीटर अबव मीन सी लेवल। इसका रूलिंग ग्रेडियंट कितना रखा जाएगा? द रूलिंग ग्रेडियंट विल बी केप्ट एज 5% फॉर हिल रोड्स। ठीक है, इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, the aggregate required for 1 kilometer length of waterbound macadam road per meter width and for 10 meter thickness is, what will be the aggregate required? The aggregate required will be 12 cubic meter. Next question, the minimum value of camber provided for thin bituminous hill surfaces is, हिल सरफेस के लिए कितना कैम्बर प्रोवाइड किया जाएगा? डेट इज ऑल्सो द मिनिमम वैल्यू। ठीक है, इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, राउंड अबाउट्स आर नॉट सुइटेबल इफ द नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स एक्सीड्स। कितना होगा? राउंड अबाउट्स सुइटेबल नहीं होगा जब नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स एक्सीड 3000 होगा। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, द मिनिमम डिज़ाइन स्पीड फॉर हेयर पिन बैंड्स इन, हेयर पिन बैंड्स का मतलब है इस तरीके का बैंड रास्ते में, फॉर हिल रोड दैट मिनिमम डिजाइन स्पीड इज 20 kmph। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, थिकनेस ऑफ ए पेवमेंट मे बी रिड्यूस्ड कंसिडरेबली बाय, किस तरीके से? इट कैन बी डन बाय कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑल ऑफ द अबव। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, to compensate the loss of tractive force of vehicles along curves of radius r, the percentage reduction of gradient is, what will be the percentage reduction of gradient? It will be 75 by r percentage. Next question है, the maximum allowable Los Angeles aberration value for high quality surface course is, the value will be 30%. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, द मिनिमम रेशियो ऑफ द रेडियाई ऑफ द टू सर्कुलर कर्व्स ऑफ ए कंपाउंड कर्व इज केप्ट। कितना रेडियस रखा जाएगा? देयर रेशियो, रेडियस की जो रेशियो है, मिनिमम रेशियो विल बी केप्ट एज 1.5 वैल्यू। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, द डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल्ड बाय ए मूविंग व्हीकल ड्यूरिंग परसेप्शन एंड ब्रेक रिएक्शन टाइम, दैट डिस्टेंस इज नोन एज लैग डिस्टेंस। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, rigidity factor for a tire pressure greater than 7, contact pressure, it is the rigidity factor is the ratio of the contact pressure to the tire pressure. If this one is greater than 7, the ratio will be less than 1. Next question is, the formula for calculating the depth of the concrete suggested by Goldbeck is d is equal to the root over thrice of the w by the sigma max. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, द लेमनिस्केट कर्व हैविंग एन एंगल ऑफ डिफ्लेक्शन डेल्टा इज ट्रांजिशनल थ्रू आउट द मैक्सिमम पोलर एंगल ऑफ डेल्टा बाई 6। इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है हम लोगों के, मोस्ट सुइटेबल मटेरियल फॉर हाईवे एम्बैंकमेंट इज, कौन सी मटेरियल सबसे बेस्ट होगा? द मोस्ट सुइटेबल मटेरियल विल बी ग्रेनुलर सॉइल। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है द रोड फॉर्मेशन फॉर मॉडर्न कंस्ट्रक्शन वॉज डेवलप्ड बाय टेलफोर्ड एंड मैकडम साइमल्टेनियसली. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज longitudinal pavement lines marked broken in white paint are for the guidance of the driver, are not to be crossed over, may be crossed over at the discretion of the driver, all of the above. Those lines may be crossed over at the discretion of the driver. Next question है the recommended grade of tar for grouting purpose is RT5. Next question is according to Highway Research Board of USA, practical land width is how to do the practical land width. The practical land width will be 3.6. इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है the radius of a main curve is 300 meter and length of the transitional curve is 100. The angle with tangent to locate the junction point is 3 degree 11 minute. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है which of the following premix method is used for base course. बेस कोर्स के लिए कौन सा प्रीमिक्स मेथड यूज किया जाता है? फॉर द बेस कोर्स वी विल बी यूजिंग द, देखिए, सबग्रेड, सब बेस. सो फॉर द बेस कोर्स वी विल बी यूजिंग द बिटुमिनस बाउंड मैकडम BBM. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है the statement regarding the size of the stones is used at the wearing course at the wearing surface. The size of the stones used on a road must be in the due properties. ये जो भी सेंटेंस है ये किसने कहा है? This sentence was told by मैकडम. इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है bitumen of grade 80/100 means. What does it means? It means that the penetration value is 8 to 10 mm. ये जो भी वैल्यू है इनको हम लोग 10 से डिवाइड करेंगे, जो मिलेगा वो mm में आएगा. सो 8 to 10 mm इज दी पेनिट्रेशन वैल्यू. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है हम लोग के IRTDD इंडियन रोड एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट डेवलपमेंट एसोसिएशन वाज सेट अप. कब ये सेटअप हुआ था? दिस वाज सेट अप इन द ईयर 1927. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज द मैक्सिमम spacing of contraction joint in rigid pavement is. expansion joints और contraction joints, इनके बीच में spacing क्या है? The spacing of the contraction joints in the rigid pavements will be 4.5 meter. Next question is if the n is the deviation angle, the length L of a parabolic vertical curve for safe stopping distance S is कौन सा वैल्यू होगा? n into the s square by 4.4, this value. Next is 2s minus of 4.4 by n. So the option will be both A and B. Next question is a single lane carriageway whenever changes to two lane carriageway, that one is affected by the taper of 1 in 15 to 1 in 20. Next question is softening point of bitumen to be used for road construction at a place where maximum temperature is 40 degree centigrade is, it should be greater than 40 degree. ठीक है, नहीं तो पिघल जाएगा. Next question is as per IRC 52/1973 for a single lane national highway in hill region, width of the carriageway, shoulder 1.25, total weight of the road. So the answer will be all of the above. Next question is if a lemniscate curve of transition throughout is introduced to connect two parallel road, the maximum polar angle of the curve is. Maximum polar angle कितना होगा? The maximum polar angle will be 30 degree. इसके बाद next question है minimum thickness of a layer of fine sand required to cut off capillary rise of water completely should be how much? The minimum thickness of that layer of fine sand which is required to cut off capillary rise, it's the thickness of that layer is 76 सेंटीमीटर। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज क्यूबिक स्पाइरल की ट्रांजिशन कर्व की फॉर्मूला एक्स क्यूब बाई द 6RL, वाई इज इक्वल टू एक्स क्यूब बाई 6RL। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज इफ द n इज द एल्जेब्रिक डिफरेंस ऑफ ग्रेड, s इज द हेडलाइट डिस्टेंस इन मीटर, द लेंथ ऑफ द वैली कर्व इज, वैली कर्व्स की फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगी? वैली कर्व की फॉर्मूला हो जाएगी n इंटू द एस स्क्वायर बाई 4। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज along highway confirmatory route markers are generally fixed after the crossings and that also on the left side. Next question is if n is the net difference of grade, s is the minimum overtaken side distance in meter, the length of the summit curve is, summit curve के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं, कौन सा होगा आंसर? n इंटू द एस स्क्वायर बाई 9.6। इसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है सुपर एलिवेशन ऑन रोड इन स्नो बाउंड एरिया शुड जनरली नॉट एक्सीड 7%। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज पासिंग जोन्स आर जनरली नॉट प्रोवाइडेड ऑन summit curve, horizontal curves, two lane highways, all of the above, everywhere it is not provided. Next question is in a braking test a vehicle traveling at 36 km/h was stopped at a braking distance of 8. The average value of the vehicle's skid resistance friction coefficient is 0.16 value. Next question is the first stage of deciding the alignment of a hill road is reconnaissance. Next question is the normal road lane width for a national or state highway in open areas should be, for national highway or state highway, the road length in open areas will be 45 meter. Next question is floating gradients are generally provided at the summit curves. Next question is if the cross slope of a country is up to 10% the terrain it is classified as 10% जब होगा it is classified as plain terrain, rolling terrain, mountainous terrain and steep terrain, and such kind of terrain is classified as plain terrain. रीज़न है क्रॉस स्लोप की वैल्यू जो है ना 0 से 10, 10 से 25, 25 to 60 and greater than 60, plain terrain, rolling terrain, mountainous terrain and steep terrain. So उस हिसाब से up to 10 है plain terrain. Next question is area of the steel required per meter of pavement for the design wheel load of and permissible stress is 90 kg per centimeter square. Next question is in the case of hairpin bend of a highway minimum radius of inner curve all, so answer will be all of this. Next question is the minimum vertical clearance of overhanging tree for any other structure above the surface of a hill should be, how much will be the clearance? The minimum clearance of overhanging cliff, the value will be 5 meter. Next question is the camber on pavement is provided by straight line and parabolic at ground. Next question is the maximum distance, each formula will be g plus देखिए g1 माइनस ऑफ माइनस g2 मतलब g1 प्लस g2 डिवाइडेड बाई 800 हो जाएगी. So the formula will be this one. Next question is pick up the incorrect on highway circular curves may be simple curve, compound curve, reverse curve, vertical. It cannot be vertical curves. Next question is the desirable camber for straight road with thin bituminous surfacing. Thin, ये थिन के बारे में कह रहा है तो द वैल्यू विल बी 1 in 50 to 1 in 140. Next question is the desirable camber for straight cement concrete road is 1 in 60 to 1 in 140. If brakes of vehicles are effective, the vehicle running at 30 kmph comes to a stop in 12 meters. Next question is, from the point of tangency before an intersection, the route markers are fixed at a distance of 15 to 30, 20 to 35, 40 to 50, 100 to 150. The route markers are fixed at a distance of 100 to 150 meter. Next question is, the minimum super elevation in rolling terrain in plains. ठीक है, इन प्लेन्स के बारे में पूछ रहा है, इज लिमिटेड टू, सो इट विल बी, द वैल्यू विल बी 7. सुपर एलिवेशन वैल्यू जो है हिल्स में 10 होता है, प्लेन्स में 7 होता है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, द आइडियल पेवमेंट इज कंस्ट्रक्टेड विद पोर्टलैंड सीमेंट कंक्रीट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, pick up the incorrect statement from the following. If the water cement ratio is increased, strength of concrete is not affected. Incorrect है. Design of horizontal and vertical alignment, super elevation, side distance and grade is worst affected by speed of the vehicle. Next question is, for a comfortable travel on highway, the centrifugal ratio should not exceed 0.25. Next question is, Border Road Organization for Hilly Regions India was formed in 1960. BRO. Next question is, for a poorly graded subgrade soil, thickness of subbase is, the thickness of the subbase is 30 centimeter. Next question is, the usual width of parapet along highway in hilly region is 0.6 meter. Next question is, in scanty rainfall region, the camber provided will be flatter. Next question is, in waterbound macadam roads, binding material is stone dust. Next question is, design of flexible pavement involves will load, intensity of traffic, climate of the region, subgrade condition. Climate of the region. Next question is, increase in traffic volume due to increase in transport vehicle is known as, this one is known as generated traffic growth. Next question is, width of the rotary round should be equal to the width of the widest road plus the width of the one lane. Next question is, volume of traffic which should immediately use a new road or an improved one when open to traffic is known as normal traffic growth. Next question is, volume of traffic which is due to improvement carried out on adjacent area is development traffic. Next question is, maximum number of passenger car that can pass a given point on a road during 1 hour under the most ideal roadway and traffic condition is basic capacity of traffic lane. Next question is, reference pillar says on the fixed line of the proposed line provided the following information. All of the above. Next question is, In an ideal transition curve, the radius of curvature is inversely proportional to the radius of the main curve. Alignment of highway in hilly region is decided on all of the above. Next question is, in case of cement concrete pavement, incorrect. The initial cost of construction is low. Next question is, if D is the degree of the curve, the percentage reduction of gradient is 0.04 D. Next question is, pick up the incorrect statement from the following. Highways are always constructed in straight line. This is incorrect because it is never always constructed in straight lines. Next question is, minimum number of 50 kg cement bags per cubic meter of concrete for a mix corresponding to crushing strength of 280 kg per centimeter square at 28 days are. Number of 50 kg bags will be 6.5. Next question is, for Indian conditions, the waterbound macadams are suitable if daily traffic does not exceed 2000 tons. Next question is, Indian Road Congress IRC was formed in the year 1934. Next question is, the steepest gradient permitted on road which in ordinary condition does not exceed is known as, steepest gradient is known as maximum gradient or limiting gradient. Next question is, when each particle of aggregate is thinly coated with cement paste, a heterogeneous solid is formed which is known as concrete. Next question is, width of the shoulder of carriageway is generally kept. Its width is generally kept 250 centimeter. Next question is, reduction of load capacity in a ruling gradient is 1 in 20, that is 10%. When calculating the overtaking side distances, the height of the above road surface is assumed as 120 centimeter overtaking के लिए. Next question is, minimum thickness of the base of a flexible pavement is, its minimum thickness is 10 सेंटीमीटर. देखिए मिनिमम के बारे में पूछ रहा है क्योंकि मिनिमम वैल्यू जो होता है 10 से 30 होगा, सो मिनिमम इज 10 सेंटीमीटर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, widening of the roads on curve in hilly region is done. Widening is done on the inner side. Next question is, side drainages on both sides of the hill road are essential when the road is in cutting. Next question is, the wall constructed for the stability of the backfill portion of a road on the downhill side. On the downhill side, it is known as retaining wall. Next question is, in a right angle bend of a road provided with a transition throughout, the maximum polar angle is 15 degree. Next question is, E is equal to velocity in kmph square divided by 225 times of r. इसके बाद next question is, along a hill road a side drain is provided on inner side of both A and B. It is provided on the inner side. Next question is, the total length of a valley formed by -3 and +2 curves. The total length will be 84.6 meter. Next question is, if V is the speed in kmph, the super elevation is V square divided by 225 times of R. Next question is, the waving length of a roadway is the distance between the channelizing island. Next question is, following type of pavement is generally known as flexible pavement. All of the above. Next question is, first operation during the detailed survey of a hill road is fixation of the benchmark. Next question is incorrect. The width of the right of the way is decided so as to accommodate vertical curves. Incorrect. Next question is, the type of transition curve generally provided on hill road is spiral. कभी कभी कंफ्यूज करने के लिए क्यूबिक स्पाइरल दिया जाता है, सिर्फ स्पाइरल होगा या क्लोथोइड होगा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हेन अ नंबर ऑफ हेयर पिन वेंचर इन मिनिमम इंटरवेलिंग डिस्टेंस केप्ट इज 60 meter. Next question is, if the cross slope of a country is 10% to 20%, 25%, the terrain is classified as rolling terrain. Next question is, for the design of cement concrete pavement for corner loading, Indian Road Congress recommends the use of Picker's formula. Next question is, on the recommendation of Indian Road Congress, the ruling gradient in plane is planes में ruling gradient कितना होगा? 1/30. Next question is, on the earthen road the camber should be, earthen road के लिए camber की वैल्यू क्या होगा? The value will be 1/20 to 1/24. Next question is, at a road junction 7 cross conflicts are severe if 7 cross conflicts are severe if one is two-way road and another one is one-way road. But if both will be two-way road, then total number of cross conflicts will be 16. Next question is, the safe length of a valley curve for night travel is both, so both A and B. Next question is, road with 8.8 meter of two-lane national highway or state highway in mountainous terrain is exclude the width of parapet and side drain. Next question is, the radius of curvature provided along a transition curve is equal to the radius of the, varies from infinity to the radius of the circular curve. Next question is, the formula will be 3r thrice of the r into the sine of the delta by 3 into sine of 2 alpha. ठीक है, तो आज की वीडियो में इतना ही था. ठीक है, सो अगर आप लोगों को पसंद आया हो देन प्लीज़ लाइक द वीडियो एंड इफ़ यू हैव नॉट सब्सक्राइब द चैनल अगर आप लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए हो चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, क्योंकि मैं डेली अपडेट करते रहता हूं, तो आप लोगों को काम आएगा. ठीक है, and thanks for watching and keep sharing.